Hello there. The time has finally come. I'm finally making a record of my noted down weathers, favorite weathers. This is the list that I have been mentioning to my friends, mentioning to you that I have, and I always wanted to talk about it. And whenever I mentioned that I wanted to just talk about things in my notes, this is the list that I would always say. It is quite extensive, and I'm curious to know when I would like compile the times of just like how spread out across the months it is, and which months have been mentioned, and which parts of the year did I say the most amount of favorite weathers. My assumption is that September has the most, but summer of course has the most in total. Actually, maybe spring or autumn. Spring or autumn probably have the most. Summer is like, once it's always sunny, it's like hard to be able to just say like, oh, every sunny hot day is the best day. So it's like I always look for something that just hits different, something that's just a notch better than just a pleasant day, you know. Something over the top. Well, just something that would tip the ball from the edge, you know, if you get what I mean. For the most part, when I was noting these down, I would simply be very precise in what I was saying, just like 9 p.m. evening, by the river, sitting on a bench, smoking joint. The air itself is not warm, on a cooler side, but it still somehow feels warm. Mildly damp, little to no breeze. Like something along those lines where I just like simply state exactly how it feels. Evening, mid-July, going out for a walk, not so windy, cooling you down after a big meal, sunset going down by the Portsmouth Canal. It's like, a lot of them are like that, even if it's just more text. They are just simply me stating how it is. But for you, I will be reading out my later records where I kind of put effort into making a bit more creative styling in terms of how I remember the favorite weather. I take in the surroundings and the atmosphere of things that are happening around me. And yeah, those are the ones I'll be reading to you because I feel like those are a bit more interesting. Let's start. I found quite a few ones that I'll be willing to read to you, so let's just get into it, shall we? I'll start with this. Very calm. The water has pulled back, giving me space. The wind is gently letting me know that it's by my side. I want to paint the scenery this dark grey. Multiple shades of muddy colour reflecting the distant resting lights. Feels as if I'm part of the scenery, even though I'm looking at the scenery. Feels like I'm one with it. Interesting, that's actually one of the few ones where I didn't stay the month or the season in which I wrote it down. You can probably figure it out, but still, I usually try to make a little note of the time frame in which it was made. Let's move on. Oh, this one I have a specific date. 2nd of February. Sun is glaring since morning. After a gloomy, wet week, the breeze is calming, letting you know it's in the background. Such a well-lit day. Seagulls by the water have calmed down. They are searching for snacks in the mud. The loosely fit cap is embracing my overgrown hair, peeking through the sides, making it clear it's still here. Tweaking from the bushes, a caw at the peak of the roof, engine humming across the river, waves dissipating into the shore. Just like that, it comes, it goes. It comes, it goes. See? Whilst I was like writing extensively in here, I understood that just like make it, if I'm understanding that the weather and the atmosphere is just so ideal for me, I should be able to reflect this beauty within text as well, not simply stating what is nice about it. So I was discovering multiple ways for me to just record my faves. Moving on. Wide awake, daily lives of seagulls, parakeets, and pigeons. The sun in company with me. came out to say hi to them all. Sitting comfortably on the boats. It's their lunchtime break. They don't want to move right now. Let them be. As they may, as they lay, as they choose to stay. I feel like some of these poetic weather notes, like, they had a chance of being the beginning or part of an extensive poem, and yet I just let them be sometimes. These are potentially my forgotten leftovers in terms of creative writing. But they're not forgotten because I'm recording this and making a visual videography note about my favorite weathers. Alright, I don't know what I'm saying right now, that's why I'll just carry on. Mid-March, late evening. Temperature, constant average. Everything so still. The river, the wind. The distant structures blend into shades of dark, inviting me to go explore the contrast. I should allow myself to run right now. Best believe, I probably went back home, got ready to run. Mid-March. When was that? What year was that? Like, there's no year present, and that's one of the things I wanted to do, to just note down the time of the month and season rather than specific time of the year. One of them is a simple one line. 1st of May, warmest day of the year, and warmest day ever recorded on that day of the 1st of May for London. Alright, moving on to the more interesting one. Wait, let's see how many I got left. Alright, I got 3 more for you, and that will conclude the video of my favorite weathers. It's beginning of September. The lightest rain is upon the pavement. Not enough to get in the way, but enough to feel on my bare legs after my weekly run. I see there's a warning for a storm. So is this the quiet? Peaceful ripples of the river landing atop the mud. Cover it up. Or don't, because you are not fully extended do I find your presence oh so comforting. As if you are willingly choosing to maintain composure. It's the beginning of the month. What a dusky, musty, and grey way to experience the wonders of what's to come. Shall I rephrase that? What an amazing, pause-inviting, blissful feeling to experience the wonder that is already here. That may or may not be my favourite weather note I have written. I turned that in most definitely a little creative writing. I don't want to say poet. It's not a poem. But it's a creative way of just stating what I feel from the weather. From the natural causes, the nature, the world gifting its presence towards us. Move on to the next one. Mid-September. Now this is what I call in balance. Autumn's scales are always swaying, and yet they find a level at which life works most fluently. The chilling gust is saying hello whilst you rest in the presence of the sun. Sadly, I need to wear a jacket to prepare myself for the night close, where the coldness will be ever so present and the sun will be far gone. But right now I get to enjoy this. Enjoy this moment of beauty where life is equal, for the satisfaction to be coming from all possible sides. September. I see it as the month of Libra, even though it's only 1/3 of the month that's Libra month. But scales is in autumn, and I made that connection with this poem and my star sign. And for the last poem, in these 3 that I'm reading right now, the most recent poems I have, most recent notes I have made about weather in the last autumn. And to finish this off, it's the next day after my birthday. Life has organized the perfect day to reflect and ponder on my life with. Wetness has settled on the surfaces. Mist is accumulated in the distance. No ripples on the river, it's silky smooth. Silence exists for my thoughts to be the sound. And just like that, videography exists to be a medium to place my thoughts in. I like that line though. Silence exists for my thoughts to be the sound. Occasionally I have quite well-written lines in random writings like this. Hence why I wanted to share it with you. There's plenty that I have written down, but as I said, not all of them are this creatively, this beautiful. Hence I shared the ones I did. But yes, I consider this as me quack. It's one of me quacks that I decided to start doing a while back. I don't even know that. It was in September as well, my very first note. I'm not surprised. I think I started this like 2 or 3 years ago. And I have accumulated, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 pieces. I thought there was more, to be fair, but there you go. I hope that, yeah, this is just a thing that I decided to start doing to understand that there's actually good moments of weathers throughout the year. No matter if it's winter, spring, autumn, summer, there will be amazing moments in which you understand that you are enjoying the presence of life and existing in that moment in time. And one of the aims I also had is to find out how some of the months that go unnoticed, and just to understand that there is beauty and satisfaction within those gloomy months. Sometimes in UK, winters last 5 months, it feels like. So even within these gloomy, grey, wet days, I find enjoyment. I look for it in every corner, and I will find it. Perhaps you watching this video has allowed you to, has given you the idea of doing the same. I strongly recommend it, and it's fun. It's fun. That's what me quacks are about. My quacks are just fun things to do during life. Goodbye, and have a good night.